everyday people's minds.
Well, shit, let me ask you this. If you had to juxtapose philosophies, right, as far as coons versus pro-blacks, and I don't know if you have any sort of characters or any sort of individuals you'd like to use for an example, who has the more effective message, the coons or the pro-blacks?
Well, see, I'm the wrong person to answer that question to.
Okay.
And here's why.
All right.
Here's why. If you're talking about practical reality, the coons deal with practical reality.
Okay.
The pro-blacks deal with the intangibles of oppression.
Okay.
Notice I use the word intangible. Intangible is something that you can't measure.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But the so-called coons, we have to go back. The people that they're calling coons are not really coons to me.
Exactly. They're not.
That's not my definition of a coon.
Right. I'm just using that definition as far as, because that's what these so-called pro-black niggas use. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I'll answer the question. Well, let me make it simple.
Right.
If I had to choose a side, it would be the coons.
Right. Exactly.
Because these niggas are animals, dog.
Man, you can't be talking about.
Got right, man. These niggas are animals.
You hate your peoples, man. You hate your peoples.
Coon train is coming.
You hate your
Coon
people.
train is coming.
You always
what about
you...
black on black crime?
That's
Coon
right,
train
man.
is coming.
Oh, hell no, man. Yeah, boy.
You have to deal with practical things.
Wow.
You know, that's what I liked about the Black Panther Party.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit here and talk about, you know, unity all day long, but it's children that's hungry.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can sit here and talk about mass incarceration, but there's a bus program, a free bus program to take people out to see their relatives.
Mm. Yeah.
You can talk about, you know, feeding, how black people should feed themselves, but Elaine Brown right now out in Oakland has a cooperative where she's hiring people from prisons, paying them. It's a corporation that they're running.
All right.
Those people are getting paid $14 an hour to produce their own food right in the heart of Oakland.
Mm.
And she's trying to take over the port of Oakland so that she could disseminate jobs and build an economy for that community. That's practical.
Mm.
No matter what criticisms you have of Elaine Brown, that's practical. All this shit they talking means nothing. Nothing.
Wow.
That's why when you start talking about Vanguard, man, get that shit out. There ain't no goddamn Vanguard.
Man, you just hate your peoples, and you's a hater, man. You just hating.
Dude, I deal with practical reality. I don't deal with that shit they talking.
But we built the pyramids, Tony.
That ain't got nothing to do with me getting my bills paid.
But I got melanin, Tony.
Oh, that don't mean I want to sleep in the dark.
That don't mean I want motherfucking freeze to death, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. That shit means, you know what that is, man?
What's
what
up,
that
man?
was.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say about this.
Okay.
What that was an ideology designed to destroy in the minds of black people forever that they were inferior.
Right, exactly.
You know who my favorite scholar in the so-called conscious community is? I like Dr. Ben and I like Dr. Clark. Mm-hmm. But my favorite was Ivan Van Sertima.
Okay.
Do you know why Ivan Van Sertima was my favorite?
Because he had a Becky.
Huh?
Because he had a Becky.
Oh, no, that was not. He did have a Becky, though, but no, that's not the reason.
Okay, go ahead.
That's why he's your favorite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Dr. Van Sertima is my favorite because Dr. Van Sertima said, I'm not here to be Afrocentric.
Okay, there it is.
I'm not concerned. I don't give a damn about being Afrocentric. I am truth-centric. Ivan Van Sertima was my favorite scholar for the simple fact that he was interested in correcting the narrative. It was nothing, although oppression and the lies that have been fostered upon black people is for a political purpose. Ivan Van Sertima's position is saying, I'm here to restore your humanity by revealing the facts and telling you the truth. I'm not doing this with my fist thrown in the air.
Right.
I'm not doing this with no red, black, and green beads around my neck.
Right.
I'm not doing this in no goddamn kente cloth. I'm coming to you to speak to you as an intellect, as a historian, you know, and as a man that has crossed many different disciplines trying to provide this information to you. I have put in the work. Here are the facts. They're lying to you, African philosophy. But that wasn't what Ivan Van Sertima was on, some Joe Friday shit.
All right.
Just the facts. Just the facts. And that's what I like. I want a straight story, minus all that damn rhetoric. Give me straight, just the straight facts. Just give me the facts. Argue your position. What is your position? Support your position. Is the evidence upon which your position is based, is that evidence sound, or is it bullshit? And Ivan Van Sertima was meticulous in documenting the facts of his case. That's why him and Sheikh Anta Diop, both him and Sheikh Anta Diop were very meticulous. Although Sheikh Anta Diop was involved, he was a political man.
Right.
He wasn't political. He was involved in, and he also had a Becky too.
Damn. Ooh, the power of the Becky, man.
Okay. And that's just a note. That's just a historical note. Not trying to infer anything. Or niggas get mad.
Oh man, you man, these niggas. Hey, check it out. This is what I want to do. I want to ask you something, right? Because we're gonna kind of switch gears. When we talking about Trump, and remember, me and you did have this conversation about who Trump made the HUD advisor.
Yeah, I think that's what you said. Ben Carson.
Yeah, Ben Carson. Since we're talking about coons and shit. And are you familiar with what's been coming down the pike? What I've been hearing, that already they're talking about maybe like January the 20th, they're going to make at least $100 million of cuts on the Section 8.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I knew that was coming. We already said that.
Yeah, man. Isn't it a glorious day, sir?
We laid down that prophecy 2 or 3 months before the election.
Yeah. and it's cool how they put Ben Carson up there as the face of the HUD advisor, right? So, they don't have to deal with that so-called racism shit, man, because the people that's going to be mostly impacted for the most part will be black folks, because even though statistically more white people are probably on it, but still the face of it is always black when it comes to Section 8 welfare.
And you know the reason that is?
Yeah, man, I know.
It's because, yes, there are more white people in poverty, but what they're saying is because black people represent a small level of the population, those cuts affect people more frequently.
Right.
In the black community. To a greater extent, it affects them more to a greater extent than it does the people in the majority.
Right.
In the dominant society. So I knew that was coming.
Ooh-wee.
I want to talk about this thing before we get. People have got this fucked up, and I want to make my position clear here.
Clear it up, homie.
What people are calling white supremacy is a byproduct of empire.
Right.
What do I mean by that? What I mean by is this. What this group, what the oligarchs and the elite and the 1% of society are saying, they're not saying all white people are superior. They're saying we are superior.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So they're not saying that every single white person is superior. They're saying a small group of white people are superior.
Mm-hmm. Niggas can't grasp that, though.
Yeah. So, and even in that instance, they said, well, some people say, well, white people will benefit. Yeah, that's true, but they will also be casualties.
Mm-hmm.
Because in every war, there are casualties, even on the winning side. Because in the end, they don't give a fuck about them white folks anymore. They give a fuck about a nigga. And with that being said, a lot of white people have not wrapped themselves around that reality that those people don't care for you either. And that's where their blindness comes in. That's where the issues of race come in. Because white people believe that lie of superiority. Just like Lyndon Johnson said. He said, if you want to steal from a white person, tell him he's better than a nigga, and he'll practically go in his pocket for you.
Yeah.
That is a quote Johnson is alleged to have said.
Okay. All right.
So they're playing them too. So what you call in white supremacy is nothing but empire. Racism and what you call white supremacy is the byproduct. It's the symptom. It's not the root of the problem. That's why I don't use this concept of white. It's empire.
Right.
So that's why when these pro-black niggas talk to me, I just look at them now with a blank stare like a deer in the headlights. I know they look at me like this nigga is lost.
Shit, boy.
No, you're mistaking the symptoms for the disease.
Yeah.
The disease is not about race. The disease is about greed, and it's about empire. It's about power. That is the ultimate question here. So I say that to say, when you ask me about, Trump and the rest of them, when you said before, you said Trump is not a racist.
Right.
He's a rich asshole.
Right.
You have a lot of white people. They're not racist. They're just assholes.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are racist. Let's take it back, because I think all white people in some facet are racist because they've been indoctrinated.
Right.
Into race here in America. But a lot of people are more of an asshole. They're doing shit because they can, as opposed to you just being black.
Yeah.
I'm doing that shit because I can't get away with it, motherfucker. Trump is not the racist. He's an asshole. Now the motherfuckers around him.
Oh yeah. That's
another story.
Yeah. Shit, boy.
Mike Pence and all these other motherfuckers in the background and that's a whole nother story. Okay?
Yeah.
But this is about empire. This is about who rules. This is about the age-old question, who's going to get what, when, where, and how. And that's why I don't blind myself with that pro-black ideology. Because it's stagnant. And it's self-serving, and a lot of times it has no concrete analysis of the conditions that people are really faced with. It's just a bunch of niggas arguing with each other in a circle over some shit that don't even matter.
Yeah,
shit is cosmically irrelevant.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. So when you said, we said a while ago these $100 million cuts, of course they were coming. Did you think they weren't?
I'm so happy, man. I'm happy. I want a scorched earth policy. I want to see motherfuckers starving in the streets, nigga. I want motherfuckers to goddamn get up off their ass and manifest and represent, man. This goddamn complacency got to go, man. It's got to go. And of course, casualties.
You just hate your people.
Goddamn right, nigga. Fuck them. Nigga, goddamn it, get off your ass.
Have some compassion. You just hate your people.
Hell nah, nigga. We about to do some Darwinism up in this bitch, man. Survival of the fittest.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The culling period is coming.
Yeah,
the
man.
The war is here.
Shit.
The war is here. That $100 million, that's just the beginning.
Hell yeah.
That's just the beginning. You know what's coming down the pipe? Drug testing for benefits.
Wow.
They're already doing that shit in like 9 states.
Word up.
They're going to start, and guess what they're going to start testing? Marijuana.
Oh, man. Niggas is going to kill themselves. Niggas going to be slitting their wrists, man.
Yeah. When they call you in, and see, niggas going to try to be slick. And you know what they know what you're doing. They just allow you to get away with it for now. It's just like the drug game. They know what you're doing. You're not doing anything slick. They just allowing you to get away with it for now. Because allowing you to get away with it serves their purpose
Shit.
in the long run.
Yeah, the more dysfunction,
So, you know, when they start drug testing niggas will be like, oh, I'll pay somebody to use their urine. No. No. Ain't gonna work that way. Ain't gonna work that way. You know, because they have a way where they can test that urine for, you know, to see if it's actually yours.
Yeah. Shit, man.
You know, so when they start that drug-based testing for benefits, you thought that they upset. You thought that you were wrong when you told them you got 40. The day will come when they will take 25 and be grateful.
Nigga, man, this shit gonna be motherfucking fun, man. I got my popcorn, I'm sitting down. Nigga, I just can't wait. I can't wait, man. Shit.
You know.
And I hate my peoples.
And people say, well, they sound giddy. You know, no, it's the natural process. It's the natural process that happens in any society. There's always a culling.
Shit.
There's always a culling. Are y'all niggas eugenists?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am a eugenist, nigga, for real. I mean, what kind of a man that doesn't have a modicum of intelligence is not a eugenist? You want the best genetics, man, to go into your stock as possible. Shit, you don't want any weak genes in that shit, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm all about, you know, planting the seeds of evolution, man. In order for that to happen, you got to have the best genetic stock possible. Right now, we got the opposite. We got the worst genetics being procreated ad nauseum over and over and over and over again. And that's why they support the dysfunction. That's why they support you smoking the weed all day. That's why they promote the Section 8. That's why they promote the EBT. You know what I mean? They are bringing in just hordes of soft-ass niggas, man. Hordes of illiterate, low IQ, soft niggas. And that's what all this...
Well,
you know,
be careful when you use the word soft.
Oh.
You mean soft in what context?
Soft is in the context of not being able to rise to the occasion and build empires. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Define that. I just want you to define it.
Okay, right.
Because these niggas, the niggas that I see, you right. When they come to some real shit, they fold up like bitches.
Right.
And when I mean real shit, I mean simple shit.
Right.
Simple shit. I'll give you an example of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that bitch that I told you about to help me catch that dude?
Yeah.
Okay. Dig this. Here's what she does. You know they run this STNA scam, right?
Yeah.
And you know they run this STNA hustle, but they can't just go and earn a living and just be above. They gotta throw some nigga business in.
Yeah.
So here's what she does. She got 3 of these goddamn STNA jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 of them. So it's difficult to work 3 jobs. Well, this bitch, she ain't working none of them. You know what she doing? She hiring or paying people to go work the jobs for her.
Hell no, man.
And here's the best part.
Okay.
She homeless.
God damn.
See how stupid that is?
Like, how is she making any money off of that?
She ain't making any money off of it. Because the people she hiring her always blackmailing her to turn her in.
Yeah.
And she don't give them a portion of the money. So she'll tell you, I make $3,000 a week. She ain't telling you she paying $2,700 of it out to motherfuckers that she got going to work for. So what was the purpose of applying for the fucking job?
IQ, nigga.
Let's see how stupid that sounds.
She must have
you got that mentality that people see when you talk about EBT.
Man.
That's the motherfucker you see when you talking about food stamps. That's the motherfucker you see when you talking about WIC. That's the motherfucker you see when you talk about aid to dependent families.
Mm.
That's the motherfucker you look. That's the person that they see when they cut them benefits.
Man, boy.
You see.
Wow.
It was just like, you remember during the 80s? You and I were around during the 80s.
Yeah.
When Ronald Reagan came up with the welfare queen out of Chicago.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Good propaganda. Good propaganda, man, to get folks, you know, to hate on the whole so-called concept of welfare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, man.
So that's what you have here. Motherfuckers that are trying to get over and game the system. Now, what the amount of their game, of what they're gaming the system for, that's conjecture.
Right.
Because welfare makes up a very minuscule part of the budget.
Right.
Let's just be honest about that.
Right.
But nevertheless, you have people abusing the system. So what kind of incentive is that for people to go to work? Or what kind of incentive for that? What kind of incentive is that for people that are getting up going to work every day? And if nobody wants to work, nothing gets produced. GDP decreases, and then before you know it, you're in a recession.
Wow.
So, to a certain extent, I can see why they have to make an example out of people. I can see why there's a scorched earth policy to social benefits. Because if everybody thinks that they can get over like that, if everybody or a really smart motherfucker finds out a way to really make that pay, you know how these bitches do with these tax returns?
Yeah, man.
They get these tax returns and get back 6 figures. Remember the bitch in Florida that they put in prison?
Yeah.
When they look at government programs, they see bitches like that. So now when they cut, when they propose cutting these programs, nobody cares. Nobody says anything because they see bitches like that.
Shit, man. Wow. And if anybody doubts the whole power behind power tricking, all you gotta do is just look at the government, man. All you gotta do is just look at the government and how they run they hustle on black folks in general, man. And it's like, shit, the government tell you can't have a man. The government basically, you're beholden to the government because the government's giving you money, to live off of, and they basically running your life. You know what I'm saying? They running your life with those pennies, not those pennies, but those crumbs and shit, man. And that's nothing but a power trick move, man.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. They're dictating to you the terms upon which you get these benefits.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get this unless you do that. You don't get this unless you do this. You don't get this unless there's no man in the house. You don't get this unless you're not even allowed to own a car over a certain. You can't even own a newer car.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
It prevents upward mobility. It keeps you in a position where you have to keep sucking dick.
Man, motherfuckers don't see this wisdom, man. It's like, man, it's so obvious, man. It's like the government been running a power trick hustle on black folks, man, for the past 50 years, man. Shit, these niggas, they don't see it. It's like niggas is like looking at us with the side eye. Like, why y'all doing that? Because, nigga, shit, we can, nigga. That's why, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Power tricking in this bitch.
They don't, and that's the government, just like when you tell them, look, I got 75.
Mm-hmm.
The government says, look, I got 75.
But
mm-hmm. Here's what you got to do.
Exactly.
Now, you don't have to do it. You can leave.
Yeah.
But I still got 75.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to come in here with that attitude, go on, leave.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna, because if you give an attitude to me, your paperwork ain't going to get processed. You really going to starve.
Damn, man.
I'll put your shit at the bottom of my stack. Government bureaucracy is notorious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you want your shit done, you got to come in there kissing ass. You got to be on your best behavior. You got to temper your attitude.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
What else is it that we do?
But that don't count with us, man. That don't count with us. For some reason, people don't see the correlation. They don't see the connection.
Okay.
Like, this is the way of the world, nigga. This is the way of the world. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the way of the world. Going back to what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what you said. The cutting of these benefits. And like I said, that's just of the iceberg, baby. That's just the tip of the iceberg. It really is.
Shit, man.
You know, and if you think public education was fucked up before,
wait a couple years.
Imagine what it's going to be in another 10 years.
Right.
You really going to have people going to St. God's Hospital.
St. God's. Idiocracy, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no, man.
But as y'all can see in my subtitle, this is a Section 8 update. My inside connection with the U.S. Department of HUD up in D.C. just gave me a call. I want to go ahead and brace you all for what is getting ready to happen, okay? Now that President-elect Donald Trump is going to be sworn in January, there are getting ready to be some significant changes and some abrupt changes with the Section 8 housing voucher and public housing. So I want to go ahead and brace you all so you all can go ahead and start making preparations right now, so you know that you've already been warned. Y'all know when I find that information, I get on and I warn my people. Okay, the budget has been cut by hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. The HUD department budget has been slashed. So what they're doing, you may qualify for a 4-bedroom, but if you have a child, a female child that's under the age of 10, that child now has to sleep in a room with you. Okay, so, and now what they're doing also, if the children, even if there is a boy and a girl, if they under the age of 10, they gonna have to share the same room. Y'all have to understand what's happening to us. They are slowly but surely knocking us out the damn park. This is something that I've been trying to tell you all along. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to brace yourself at all times. You all got too comfortable and cozy with Barack Obama being in there. Y'all thought he was going to be in the White House forever? I understand some of y'all, but come on, y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to wake up. I need for y'all to start getting yourselves together right now. Because come January the 20th, everything that President Trump has elected to do, it is getting ready to take effect immediately. Hundreds of millions of dollars have now been slashed from the HUD department. So many of you are getting ready to lose your Section 8 vouchers. You become so comfortable with living a certain lifestyle, living in a certain type of house. I understand all of that, because to come up, let me tell you something. Section 8 was only meant to be a stepping stone, not for you all to say you've not been on Section 8 20, 30 years. That's crippling yourselves. You place your own self in exile by remaining on Section 8 that damn long. You cannot do this. It is nobody's bragging rights to say that you have lived in public housing for 15, 20 years. That ain't no bragging right. That's blatant stupidity. That's what that is. You oppress yourself to those living conditions. And now all of a sudden, now y'all finna blame, you know what I'm saying? Now y'all finna blame Trump for all of this when you got comfortable while Barack Obama was in office. When the come up should have been you making strides to move yourself and your children up out of poverty. This is why I tell you all that organization and unification is so real in our race, but y'all taking advantage of situations that shouldn't even be happening. Come on, y'all, we gotta tighten the reins up. We gotta tighten the reins up. Y'all know y'all big sister. Some of y'all call me big mama, and some of y'all older than me. But if I gotta be big mama, if I gotta be the big sister, if I gotta be cuzzo, if I gotta be all of that, just know I'm the voice that's gonna make sure that y'all know what's going on. Because come January the 20th, a lot of y'all are getting ready to be in for a rude damn awakening, being on Section 8 and living in public housing. And I feel so bad for y'all, because some of y'all have done it to yourselves. You conditioned yourselves to live out that SSI check, that SSA check, that disability check, your child's check, this child support, all of this stuff. Y'all have conditioned yourselves to live in these type of conditions. You condition yourself to live in poverty. You condition your children to live in poverty. If y'all got enough common sense to get on the internet, If y'all got enough common sense to get on the internet and do them things, okay, you got enough common sense to get your ass on the internet and create a resume and get a damn job. Now, I'm tired of the excuses. That's all I hear from my people are excuses, 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 excuses. We full of goddamn excuses. Oh, why you couldn't make it to work? Oh, why you couldn't go to school? Oh, why you couldn't participate in this program? Oh, why you couldn't go to this community meeting? Oh, why you couldn't do this? And why you couldn't do this? And why you couldn't do this? Stop being full of damn excuses. This is happening. This is happening. So while y'all finna go out and spend all your money on all these Christmas gifts and all that bullshit, you better be saving up your money to goddamn rent a U-Haul or a Penske truck, because you're gonna have to be moving to downsize. Because all Section 8 vouchers have now been downsized. Do you understand with me? All Section 8 vouchers have been downsized. You all were supposed to be preparing yourselves and getting yourselves together in these last 8 years that Barack Obama was in the White House. Now here come Trump putting Ben Carson over HUD, and Ben Carson said it when he was running for president. He said it on his campaign trail. That man do not like poor people. He don't like public housing. He don't like Section 8. So what you think finna happen to you? I can only tell y'all what he said in his comments. Google his name and look at his comments. Look at the videos.
Hey, Dig, did you, I can't remember where was this at, in Texas? Where that white cop, man, where that black lady called the cop because that white dude was choking her son? Where was that at?
Yeah, that was Texas.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
What was the little motherfucker doing?
He was littering, allegedly.
Littering? Okay. What happened? You got to tell me what happened.
I
heard about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew about it. Well, basically, he was littering in this white man's yard, and the white man told him to pick it up, and the little nigga basically said, I ain't picking shit up. And the white man allegedly choked the boy. The boy went and told his mama, and his mama came out, lip smacking, neck rolling, and you don't be touching on my son. It don't give you the right to touch on my son.
Wait. He littering on somebody else's property.
Right.
He deserved to get his little ass choked out.
Hey, check it out. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just get out the way. There's very few times where I will admit to being a coon. But I'm a coon on this one, nigga. I'm a coon on this one because the cop came and investigated the shit, and the broad, her fucking attitude was just so stank. She was just talking so much cash shit. It ain't necessarily what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I mean? But she said that she told the cop, that don't give this man the right to choke my son. And then the cop said, well, how come you haven't taught your son not to litter? And then it was like, oh, man. And then
the question is, why is your son littering on this man's property?
So you're saying that choking a child out is perfectly permissible for littering?
Choke his little ass on somebody else's property? Yeah. I can see it. Okay, he threw some trash in the street. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But you infringing on somebody else's shit. You gotta have respect for other folks' shit. That's right, you choke the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And here's what just like what we said before, go back to where these niggas is savages.
Savage.
And you have to understand, look, if you dealing with people at a savage level,
right,
the moment they suspect weakness, they're going in for the kill on your ass.
Hell nah, man.
I saw a special on your prison. The place you used to work at.
Yeah.
You know what that motherfucker on there said? It was a white boy. He said, we test him.
Yep.
He said, now, if he let us get away with this, we're going to push this all the way to the limit.
Yeah, man.
They pointed out the white. I'm sitting there watching this, and he's telling you that they test him.
Yeah, they test you, boy.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now, if that's your position, why would I get mad when a motherfucker pull out, what, P-22? Is that what it's called?
PR-22.
Yeah. What?
I mean, PR-24.
Why would I get upset when you get a PR-22 upside your skull?
PR-24, my fault. Shit.
Okay, PR-24.
Right.
Why would I be upset when they have to call Jeff Webb? You gonna test somebody, be ready for when they pop the door on your bitch ass.
Oh, shit. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Because I've been in that situation many a times, man, when I was working in the joint, man. And I would have two dudes, and one guy was guilty of something, and the other guy was innocent. But the guy that was innocent was talking just cash shit to me, and he was talking cash shit to the dude that was guilty. And it was just like, look, man, I'm here to mediate, calm the fuck down. But, all of a sudden, he's being real disrespectful. Now, I'm in a position.
Let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, now I'm in a position where I done forgot about the initial disturbance. I done forgot about what this encounter originally was. Now I'm in a frame of mind like, I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga right here, man.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping that he do something stupid so I can bag and tag his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now the guilty dude.
Stop resisting.
Yeah. Now the dude that's guilty of an infraction, he being on his best behavior. Yes, sir.
He done got
No, sir.
Gone back to cell.
Yeah, and the nigga that was popping his gums and talking shit to me, man. I'm on the ground wrestling with this motherfucker like you going to the hole, nigga. Motherfucker talking shit to me. Fuck you, nigga. Boy, so I can understand what the hell that cop was going through. And I can also understand the cat that choked the boy out, because I done told the story when I choked that little fat kid across the street, Sonny, when he was shooting out my windows with the BB guns and he was trampling through my garden and shit. And, of course, I go to the mama and I be like, look, your son is off the hinges. Control this nigga. She looking like, how dare you talk to me about my son? And, I done been through it all with these bitches, man. So when I seen that situation, I'm like, nigga, I'm on the coon train with this one. Like bag and tag, all them hoes. Shit, fuck 'em.
Because again, once you let that shit happen, once you let that go, it's like a virus. It spreads. And you embolden the next person.
Man.
And people say, oh, that's fucked up. And now you're being a dick.
Yup.
You're being a dick. Why can't you try to win them over with understanding? You can't win over a ratchet motherfucker with understanding.
So can't.
You can't reason with a fucking beast. And yes, I'm caught. At that stage, the motherfucker is a beast.
Man.
You can't reason to a motherfucker committed on getting over on you. You can't reason with nobody like that.
Shit,
you
man.
choke that punk ass out.
Get some law and order in this bitch. So
get some law and order.
So Sharia law.
I believe in law and order.
Sharia law.
And I don't believe in just, being abusive. But by the same token, I don't believe in just going through there cracking a motherfucker's skull.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you something Jesse Ventura said. Jesse Ventura said when he became mayor of Minnesota, he said that there was some crime problems in Brooklyn Park in Minnesota that was unacceptable. And he said that he got on his motorcycles and him and his police officers and his sergeants went into these areas and they talked to these drug dealers and these thugs and said, look, either you're going to exist here peacefully or you're not going to exist at all.
Right.
Flat. He said they rode to the motherfuckers and they gave him an ultimatum. He said they gave it to him Navy SEAL style.
Okay.
Either you're gonna coexist here peacefully or you're not gonna coexist at all. In other words, he's setting the tone. He's drawing a line in the sand and he ain't had no problems out of it. See, when you let the motherfuckers at that level know that you mean business, you don't have no problem out of it. Or if you do, they know what's coming. You have to do with people that are of that ilk. You have to let them know. Look, because again, you and I know how these niggas are, Mike. We know how they are.
Yeah, I know how they are, man. That's why, man, I damn near had an orgasm when he was cuffing them bitches, man. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, yeah, get that bitch. Get that slick mouth ass bitch. I was kind of felt sorry for the daughter. The daughter was trying to intercede and trying to calm her mama down, and she got bagged and tagged. That was unfortunate. But of course, the cop, I mean, his response was unfortunate also. I don't think he handled it the correct way. But if I had to go ahead and ascribe blame, you know what I mean, I would have to say it was like 70% the bitch talking crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, calm down. Calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Let me get, the full gambit, the full story here. But you can't rationalize or reason with these bitches, man. Fuck.
Okay, and that's why he should have bagged and tagged the ass. I ain't got no problem with none of that. So what was your question?
Yeah. My question was, do you have a problem with that?
Hell no.
Hell nah. I'm gonna take it on the chin. Yeah, I'm on the coon train with that one, nigga. Fuck that bitch, man. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
I want there to be more. Well, I'm sorry. I guess, no, because they'll say I'm supporting the race soldiers.
The race soldiers. Oh, shit, man.
No race soldier, bitch. The man trying to do his job.
Fuck, man.
You all up in his face popping off. No, go sit your stupid ass down somewhere. Be up in nobody's face. It don't take all of that. And your son wrong?
But, Tony, white people do it, too.
Then let them get bagged and tagged, too.
They act like white folks don't get bagged and tagged.
If they act like white folks, what's the complaint?
Shit, man.
You're a fucking savage. A savage is a savage.
Right.
I don't care if his skin is white. I don't care if it's black. A fucking savage is a savage. Period.
Wow. Hell no.
Don't get it twisted. We ain't just saying we don't like black savages or fuck up with any motherfucker that's a savage.
Yeah, man.
Anybody. Fuck them up.
Shit. I remember vividly, man, calling the cops like 4 or 5 times on Sunday, fucking up my goddamn windows in my house, fucking up my car windows with BB guns. And they, cops looking like, well, nothing we can really do. He's a minor, and we haven't caught him doing it. You know what I mean? And the little nigga would run over and just, the wife, she had just planted some petunias and shit, and he running through, kicking it. I'm like, God damn, this little nigga, it's a nightmare. So, man, I had to choke this nigga, man. I had to do it. I like, this is the only way this nigga is going to goddamn understand. I'm not fucking with him, man. Shit. And he...
Again, that's the only thing they do. You can't reason with them.
Man.
The only thing they understand is when they on their face or on their back.
Yeah.
Choking and gasping. They understand that.
And
you understand that?
Going to his mama was worse. His mama was looking at me like, I'm like, I'll bring the mama over. I'm like, look, do you see the holes in my windows? I got to pay for a full goddamn picture window now. No, I'm coming out
fuck
4.
Your hoe.
Yeah, 4.
That's her position. Her position is fuck your hoe. What kind of proof you got that he did it anyway? And I don't care if he did do it. You don't touch my child. No, I'm choking the fuck out of him. And if you get in my way, I'm laying this on you too.
I'm gonna lay your ass out, bitch. Shit, he ran straight over there and told his mama, boy. She said she gonna call the police. I was like, bitch, I don't know what you talking about. I'll deny it, bitch. I'm over here barbecuing, bitch. I'm like, shit, prove it. Same thing that bitch was telling me. Prove it. Prove Sonny shot your windows. Prove it. Like, bitch, prove that I choked that little nigga, man. Fuck, boy. And not only that, boy, I went ahead and I recruited some other little niggas around the way to go see Sonny on a regular basis.
That's right.
Hey, you got to get dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, little nigga, you ain't about to hold me hostage in my neighborhood, little fucker. I'm like, nah, nigga. I went ahead and told some boys, I'm like, see that little nigga over there? They're like, yeah. I'm like, man, go see that nigga and come back. I got something for you, man. Man, they used to whoop the shit out of Sonny, man. They would say, Big Mike sent me, nigga.
and you know what?
Yeah.
It's exactly what you're going to have to do. Mm-hmm. You clean up the black community.
Got to get
Some
gangster.
people would say, well, you contradicting us. So no, I'm not.
Right.
Because what happens is trash and blight is trash and blight, whether it be a broken window or an abandoned building, or whether it be a wretched-ass, criminal-minded-ass bitch or nigga. Mm-hmm. So I say that to say that sometimes you have to take a stand for what's right. Mm-hmm. But the problem is it seems like we don't know what's right no more. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
This soft-ass, liberal, philosophy of compassion.
Yeah.
Well, you can't issue any judgment on anything. Mm-hmm. It's not right to judge. You can't say anything. Who are you to judge and all that stupid shit? I'm the nigga that's gonna choke you out. I'm the nigga that's sending these boys to fuck up your son for putting holes in my
window. Nigga, man. Boy, I try to tell you so yeah, when I seen that video, I understood. I totally understood, man. I'm like, the cop handled it, the wrong way by making that statement, but shit, I feel him and I support him. I feel that nigga, man. Like, you bitches stop talking crazy to me, bitch. Fuck wrong with you? I'm like, I'm man. Well, anyway, man, check this out, man. We run along, man. Shit. Before we roll out, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna give you the flow, man. Put the capstone on the pyramid. Once again, we're talking about this pro-black implosion that's going on with these niggas, man. Once again, I want to go on the record. I want to say that Umar Johnson is a fucking con artist. Polite is a fucking con artist. You know what I'm saying? Even though I like the shit that they spit, you know what I mean? They some slick talking street niggas, and thus, that always sends red flags to me, man. But anyway, go ahead and give me your the gist of what you think everything's going on.
I'm not surprised.
Right.
This is what it is. I'm not surprised. And I'm surprised that you're surprised. This is what you get. This is why you never have a movement. And this, again, just a historical note before we leave.
Okay.
Kwame Ture went to Huey Newton. And he told him, the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton believed that if he could get his organization and get street niggas in his, what he called was brothers off the block.
All right.
And if he could get them and organize them, they wouldn't be afraid of the system. That the black community would have some real soldiers.
Wow. And
Kwame Ture told him that analysis is correct. He said, but those men must also be disciplined. He said, because if you staff an organization with people that are undisciplined, they will become the enemy's greatest weapon. He said, because 9 times out of 10, they got criminal cases, which means they're open to being turned into informants.
Right.
If they don't have discipline, they will start fighting with each other, and they will be a complete cancer in your, or I'm paraphrasing, there'll be a complete cancer in your organization because these people have gone through the system and they're sick to their core. So if you're going to have an organization, you need people in your organization across the class lines in the black community. Some of them are not going to want to come because they're tied to the system. That's fine. But you staff an organization with just one sector of the most marginalized people in the community, you're going to have problems. These niggas are going to bring problems. And this is what's happening. The conscious community is filled with these kinds of niggas. That's why it is stagnating. That's why it is disintegrating. That's why they are imploding. That's why they're cannibalizing each other. Because realistically, they got nowhere to go. They got no concrete program. And they don't have any type of policy or strategy. They got solutions, but the solutions are solutions that came from other people. It didn't come from them.
All right.
So they got all these ideas and all this knowledge, but they have no maturity and wisdom. And they are thoroughly imbued with the idea of getting over. Whenever you got that, you got a con man. You got a potential cult leader that will have you swelling up drinking purple Kool-Aid in some faraway school. Oops. I mean jungle.
Faraway school. Hell no, man. Shit. Okay, well, shit, there it is. Before I roll out, I'm going to give my shout-outs, man, to my partners, man, the Mac City crew, B. Cortez, Chris from Cali, Rick Nasty, Magnetic, Vector, who else I got? Issa Ali, shit. And, yeah, that's about it right now.
We shout out Vector.
Yeah, I think I did. Didn't I say Vector?
Oh, Vector.
Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah, I got all your emails and texts, man. Sorry I haven't responded lately, man. Like I said, I've been busy, fucking with the bitches. Shit, man. You know how I do, man. So, hey, this is the Fat Mac, the Almighty Triple XL, with my co-host, man, Tony Dreamer. Goddamn nigga Fuchsias. Goddamn Magnus, boy. Hey, this is the Fat Mac, and we out.